Hi, welcome to Sam's Russian Adventures. I'm Sam, an English guy living in provincial Russia. Now today we're going to be talking about Kremlin brainwashing, about poor Russians who are scared to speak their mind in case they go to jail. So if this is a topic that you're interested in, keep watching. So I almost feel like I've been typecasted. You know, when you get these actors that play roles in a few films, maybe part 1, 2 and 3, and then they're stuck with that role and they can't find other roles in other films because people always associate them with that character of who they were when they played that character in that film. But I feel the same when it comes to Russia. I'm tired of making content that's political. Do Russians like Vladimir Putin? What about Alexei Navalny? What about, you know, freedom in Russia and things like that? So tired of it. Imagine, yeah, I'm someone that's living in Russia. I don't want to make content about Russia, but everything's political. Everything pretty much that people are searching for is some way related to politics. And I can't be bothered to make that type of video. So I feel like I've been really typecasted because I've got a ton of videos that I know I can make and I can get loads of views, right? All about freedom in Russia and about who will people vote for and all this kind of Vladimir Putin stuff. And like, I can't be bothered to make videos about that. But I know that if I don't make videos about that, I won't get any views. There's 100 different video titles that I can make with regards to Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson didn't come to my town. What do rural Russians think of Tucker Carlson? What if Tucker Carlson came to my village? Did Tucker Carlson eat this food in Moscow? There's so many things like that, but blimey, how much like annoying political stuff can you make? I've come to the car wash to get this sorted. How much longer can I drive like that? It's just insane. This reminds me of the films in the US in the 80s, you know? Sometimes I feel that there's this whole world of people that absolutely hate Russia. They've been conditioned to hate everything about it. They think that everyone who lives here is completely brainwashed. And it's almost like our job to prove to people that it's not like that. I almost feel like we're kind of like prostitutes. Like, in order for us to make money, we have to constantly make these videos showing that Russia's great. And it is great. But specifically need to make these videos every time saying, look, Russia's great, Russia's great. It gets tiring. Then there's the people that comment on my videos from outside of Russia. They refuse to accept any answers that Russians make to questions that I ask them on the street. If someone answers yes to a question, then the person in the comments will say they only answered yes because they were scared or they're brainwashed. If one of the Russians that I ask in the street answers no, they'll refuse to accept that answer. They'll say they only answered no because they're scared or they're brainwashed. Another thing that I find really funny is that when I can't get people to answer the questions on the street, right? People refuse to answer my questions. In the comments, people say they're refusing to answer the questions because they're scared to answer the questions because if they say the wrong thing, then they'll go to prison. But if I go to the UK, which I have done and made videos there, and people refuse to answer the questions, they just say, oh, people didn't want to answer the questions, it's fair enough, it's their right. But if they refuse in Russia, then the people in the comments will say that's because they're scared. And then there's the double standards and the hypocrisy. Currently, we've just had a huge event in the foreign news of Alexei Navalny dying, right? And all of these haters from all around the world, they're saying, you know, it's absolutely out of order, how can that happen? But then parallel to that, we have Julian Assange in a British prison for publicising American war crimes. And what do those people say to that? Well, they say, well, if he's in prison, then he must deserve it. Well, hang on a second. If someone in Russia is in prison, that's because of Putin, because of the regime, because they're evil. We need to go to war. If someone is in prison in the UK or in America, they deserve it. Completely crazy hypocrisy. Now for Tucker Carlson, it's easy to make political content. There's two different rules. If you're a Russian citizen, there's one rule. and if you're a non-Russian citizen, another. So how does this rule work? Well, we've already established that in order to get loads of views on YouTube, you need to make political content. But you see, the thing is, there's rules about what type of content you can make when it comes to content about Russia. You can't say nice things about Russia if you're a Russian citizen. Otherwise, you run the risk of having your account banned completely, just deleted without any reason at all. Thousands and thousands of YouTube accounts owned by Russian citizens are deleted all the time, and they're deleted because YouTube considers them to be too pro-Russian, or as they say, Russian propaganda.
Американский видеохостинг YouTube провел очередную волну веерных блокировок аккаунтов российских средств массовой информации. На этот раз под удар западной цензуры попали новостные каналы в регионах России. Без предупреждения в одностороннем порядке закрыт доступ к десяткам региональных филиалов ВГТРК. Что это такое? Это бескомпромиссная зачистка информационного пространства от любых ростков инакомыслия. Это произвол, это политическая цензура, это, к сожалению, в том числе и повседневная норма для американских платформ, цифровых, видеохостингов и так далее. При этом там допускают, а зачастую поощряют размещение на своих ресурсах противоправного, возбуждающего вражду, возбуждающего ненависть, фейкового контента, содержания, материалов явно экстремистской направленности или террористического характера. Подобная медийная агрессия в очередной раз наглядно демонстрирует истинное отношение коллективного Запада к плюрализму мнений, к свободе доступа к информации, к свободе слова.
I've been demonetized twice. I've had a huge half-a-year struggle to get remonetized the second time. So it's very difficult when you're a Russian citizen compared to when you're a citizen of another country. But I've got to make political content in order to pick up views. So it's kind of weird. It's like kind of treading on eggshells or treading on ice. You want to make political content, you want to tell the truth about the place you live, but at the same time, you can't tell too much of the truth, otherwise you'll get banned. So it's like a risk that you run every day. So right now I've got to go to the military office in order to register, because it's something I need to do. I've been needing to do for a while, and I haven't really thought it through because I've got the camera with me, and it's probably not the best idea to have a camera with you when you're going to the military offices. That was quite funny. So just like everywhere in Russia, they give me these documents I need to go and do like medical checks, but I told them I wanted to leave the camera with them on the reception. They were like, "What? You've got a camera, what's going on here?" But it turned out to be quite funny, and they were really nice. Could you imagine living in this house here? Wow. Who's this dude here? I'm just driving past here and I've seen so few crazy things. First of all, check out this car hidden in the snow. You can just see a few stars sticking out there. And then opposite, look what we've got here. This is just mad. This is just a crazy thing. Check this one out as well. Got a dude up there cleaning the snow. Welcome to Russia. So these cars are actually attractions for this hostel. It's the People's Hostel, it says here. And this is some sort of thing to, I don't know, make them stand out. Well, it says there's no places, it says we're closed, but let's have a look. I can see something interesting going on there. We've got some artwork here, look. Now this area here is a bit kind of run down, but it's the area that runs parallel with the railway, and that's why. I've always thought it interesting when people go on the railway and they like to look out the window. No matter where you are in the world, when you look out the window and you get closer to the town, it's always horrible, isn't it, outside the window? You don't ever see anything nice. So right now I'm looking for a nice place to have a wee. And we're going to find a nice cozy spot to drain the weasel. just about make out these mushrooms sticking out. Wow. Look what we've got growing on the trees here. We've got some crazy fruit here. This must be really exotic. Wonder what it tastes like. And if you can make out all the guys up there cleaning the ice and the snow, look. A lot of people say these houses are really romantic, but I don't know. Oh, привет. Привет. Imagine coming here to get your water every day. Nobody around here though to speak to at all. Hello. Я знаю. Я знаю. Я знаю. So I've just seen a stranger in need. I thought I'd go help him. He might have cleaned it by the time I get there because I had to park miles away. This is going to break my back. The shovel is so small. I wonder what he's going to say. Здравствуйте. Я вас видел. Хотел немножко помогать.
Спасибо.
Да, уже долго уже стоит машина, да?
Я зимой не ездил. Постоянно ходил, чистил. Но в последнее время тут семейный бардак получился. Снегу много.
Много.
Вон на крыше, на гаражах.
И даже может в прошлом году тоже, наверное, немного.
Нет, раньше у нас как-то было меньше снега. В этом году прям...
So we cleaned it a lot. There's a lot of, we've almost done it all. До свидания. So that was really cool. Alexander, the guy's name is, and he was really interesting. Spoke to me a lot about where he's come from. He used to live in the Komi Republic, and just telling me little things about his life. Didn't film it because it's a bit awkward, isn't it? You're like going to help somebody and then you're saying, oh, can I film us doing it as well? It's a bit weird, isn't it? So anyway, it was nice to do a bit of work, help somebody out, and I've got to go to a meeting. So it's been a while since I had my brain re-brainwashed by the propaganda, so I've come over here to the brainwashing machine to have it re-brainwashed. Alright guys, well I'm feeling pretty dizzy since my trip to the brainwashing centre today, so I'm going to leave it there. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and I'm looking forward to reading your comments. See you in the next one.